Hey, good evening, Loversmella fam. I'm your host, Tabunot. I'm with my co-host, Kalexel, and today we have a very special guest. I'm with my dear old friend, Shade Ghost. We're actually on a new set today, as we have decided that our old home just wasn't that great, but Bikini Bottom was great, but we decided to move into a nice new house, get the Mona Lisa, nice plant, all that good stuff. So, everybody say hi.
Hello.
I
Alrighty. Hello. All right, to get us all started, just introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Obviously, our whole interview is taking place about the Loverfella server. So all the things that we're talking about will generally relate to the server, no matter what we talk about. So just give yourself a quick introduction. Tell us all about yourself, Shade.
Alright, so now I'm on the Loverfella server, and I am currently a licker. I used to actually be a helper for the server. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. That's great to hear. Alrighty. So I guess we'll just start going through the basic questions. How long have you been playing on the server for?
About a year and a half now.
Year and a half. Good to know. Good to know. So you started. That makes you start in season three, four. Season four.
Something about
At the
that.
beginning of it,
Yes, actually.
did you
About
like
the
start when it launched? Like, were you there when it just
about
launched?
about the beginning of season 4, something like that.
Not the first couple days though.
No, no.
Gotcha. 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 How did that season pan out for you? How did you do? Were you successful? Like, what happened?
I was very poor till the end
Very
of the
poor.
season. I made about 100 mil in a day.
Dang. How do you get that 100 mil?
I decided to sell a skin decks that I actually got.
Do you regret selling it now that you like know that skin
Oh
X
no,
are worth
it,
more?
it was just a candle. It wasn't my favorite.
Ooh, the candle's
Ah,
good.
yeah, it's only worth like 4 mil now, so
Yeah.
got a good deal. What did you spend your 100 million on? Do you remember?
I spent it on, I'm pretty sure, a dragon beanie and a few other beanies.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Right.
What's your favorite beanie? I gotta ask.
I've got to say, probably the skeleton.
My favorite's the zombie. What about you, Klexel?
I like the bee.
B.
Yeah.
Swag. Yeah, super swag. They're all good. I like those hats. Do you know what crate they're from? I have no idea.
They're from the Halloween crate. Same with the cap.
Oh, sure, I gotcha. So you played season four, you got 100 mil at the end, but nothing else happened. But you played for the whole season. So what did you do during that season? Like talking to people or like what?
I kind of just tried using my card to buy ranks, but that's all.
Did that go through? Did you spend your money on your ranks?
I did, yes, I did.
Gotcha. Um, do you like regret buying the ranks?
Kinda. I don't really play that much, but still sometimes play.
So if given the chance, would you refund it?
Oh, I'd refund every single rank except liquor.
Every single well, you can't do you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Would you take back your liquor for $300?
Of course I would.
You would? Gotcha. So I guess that gives us a good image of how much you've been playing this season. Not too much. Only times you play is when, we're all playing too,
Mhm.
as of late.
I actually have
Um,
a 39-day playtime, I'll let you know.
Ooh.
yeah, so season three, all right, painting a picture here. Season three, you bought yourself liquor. You got 100 mil at the end of the season for a candlestick deck, but otherwise not much happened. So now we're on season five. What happened for you this season? 39 days of playtime's a lot.
Just for this season, I saw that you could get a 30-day playtime inside the Hall of Fame, so I just tried to get that.
A little late
And
though.
so, mm, you said you were the first one to get to 30 days playtime, correct?
I got scammed out of it.
Explain for the audience why and like what happened.
Well, because I was helper, they wouldn't really let me have my 30-day playtime first, so I'm kind of crying right now.
And isn't that back when like helpers weren't that common? Like it would be like one helper at a time on at
There was like
most.
about 5 helpers altogether that I know of.
Right. Were you helper when Eric was helper?
I was not.
ERIK. No. He was
Nope.
the first one, I believe. He was the first helper
Uh,
because he was previously on Build Team. What?
that isn't actually the first helper was in season 4, and it was I can't remember his name though. It is
Go pickle?
no. It's a old player that does not play anymore.
Were
I
they like were they like a notable player that people knew?
Yeah.
Sure.
feel like I know them.
Do you think you have a guess on who the first helper is?
For where to say? Pretty sure the name started with like a C.
Gotcha. All right, moving on. Don't want to get held up on that all day. So you were a helper, right? How did you get helper? Like what I assume happened is because you were trying to get your 30 days playtime, it ended up just making you on a lot and you talked enough so people noticed that you were talking so much to get your 30 days playtime, and then you were offered helper. Is that about right?
About right. I might have asked every single player I helped to tell a mod that I helped them, but other than that, yeah, you're almost spot on.
Yeah. Do you have any like notable instances where you're helping people before you were a helper? Like anything that really like, jumps out to you that's interesting to talk
Like,
about?
if they asked for something, I'd just give them it for free. If it was a little item that I already had.
Right. And you kind of just did that in hopes of getting helper? Was your goal to get helper?
Oh yes, and I also did help a few mods with their builds.
Nice. So basically you sucked up and you got helper.
Oh yes, of course, of course.
All right. So started the season, played a lot, you got helper. Then what? Tell me what's next in your journey on Loverfella. What
My
happens once you're
journey.
helper? What happens once you're helper? You just
When I
got
was
helper.
helper,
Yeah,
became friends with every single other helper.
right. Are you still in the helper Discord channel
Oh, of course not. No, there was never a helper Discord channel. It was just for all mods.
or like the server? I believe. Didn't you
Yes,
say something about that?
it was most mods. Every single mod was in that channel.
Gotcha. Hold up. Okay, now I gotta ask, what like made you decide that helper was just not worth being anymore? Because you resigned. So
Well,
why?
actually, I started playing another server, so
Hmm.
then I just wasn't on enough to be helper anymore.
And what server was that?
It was a www.highpixel.com.
Mm.
Mm,
Well,
pretty
a lot of
much.
people like Hypixel. So what did you like about Hypixel? What did you play?
I was playing Bed Wars, and then a friend, Xanto, got me into Skyblock.
And you like Skyblock more than Loverfella Survival?
Oh, of course, of course.
Is that a course sarcastically or yeah, I do like it more than
Oh, yes, I definitely do. Other than the fact dungeons are currently down right now.
Bummer.
yeah. So you play a little bit now. What have you been working on recently? What's been your most
I've been trying to
recent
become
project?
the biggest iron farm on the server.
And how's that working?
Pretty horribly. Half the
Really?
things don't work.
And just for the audience, how many villagers do you want to put in your iron farm?
About 200.
About 200.
Oh.
So that would make a lot of iron per hour if it was working properly and all.
Of course, if people were going and killing them, yes, it would make a ton.
Yeah. What do you think is like what would you want to do after you made your iron farm? Do you have any projects in mind or is it just kind of like hang out, chill out, and then once dungeons get back up, stop playing Loverfella?
I'd probably, as soon as dungeons are up, I'm probably gonna go do them until some friends want me back on again.
And those friends are just me, is what I'm
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
assuming. Yeah. Gotcha. And I know we're mostly Loverfella channel, but we'll touch on your Skyblock adventures on Hypixel. Tell me about that. Tell me about what you like about it and just your overall experience of what's been going on.
Well, I got my first full set of Necron, all ancient and mythic. So then I was only happy about the dungeons because that's the only thing I really do.
Yeah. So just dungeons, but nothing really else is what you really want to do. Like, would you
Not
want to build on our island, or would you rather just do dungeons all day?
well, if I had a good mind for building, I suck at building, I'll tell you that. If I had light Matica to all build and stuff, I would.
Right. And that makes sense. It's really hard to build. I think like a lot of people get like brain fatigue, and it's hard to make non-simplistic designs because it's so easy to like fall back into simplistic
Bobby.
buildings on Minecraft because it is all blocks. And I think that's where like it really trips people up is because it's so rudimentary and it can be so rudimentary. It's just really hard. And I mean, I certainly struggle. I can't build for the life of me. I need Litmatica to make anything.
Oh,
Um,
that's nice. I'm just hoping Lunar gets their like Matica coming up.
yeah. So you like Lunar, right? So what have you been like? Why do you like Lunar?
Oh, well, I like it mainly because I have stuff on it. I've spent money on it, but I like it because my PC's not the best. It's good for my frames.
Gotcha. It's good for your frames, and then it's getting updated, right? So what's going on with the updates? I know you're a
So,
big fan.
oh yes. So currently they are adding Skyblock updates called Not Enough Updates.
And what can you do with not enough updates?
You can basically add prices after you finish a dungeon. You can see how much profit you make. Everything about it. You can just do a lot of stuff.
Right. That's good, especially for Skyblock players. That's a huge W. And otherwise, you'd have to use like Fabric or Forge to get that mod.
Yes.
Right. So basically, what I got from you right now, you started in season 4, you played, you didn't do much except buying liquor for yourself. Then you sold an item for 100 million, and then it kind of got you into this season. You kind of got into it again, helped people out, got Helper, quit Helper for Skyblock, and now you're just like splitting your time between Skyblock and Loverfella.
That seems about correct.
Seems about correct. All right, we got your story down. It's good to know. All right, next up, I just got to ask you, what was your favorite experience on the server, Loverfella server, so far?
Oh, what would that be? That's probably getting my antlers, honestly.
Getting your antlers, and that's like your favorite memory. Nothing beats getting your antlers. Nothing at all.
Nothing. I got them for like 4 mil. So,
Ooh.
Do you remember off who?
uh, Wally.
I've never heard of them. Probably not a lick or anything.
Me neither.
Oh no, he's a licker. He's just awfully banned because he got a glitch where his inventory would dupe every time he left.
Ah, did he mean to do it, or like
No,
is he
but
like
at one
upset
point he was constantly leaving and joining back to dupe his inventory.
and he never reported it?
No, he didn't.
So did it to himself, I suppose. Well, what else to talk about? Do you have any questions, dear old Colexel, my sweet co-host? Do you have anything to talk about?
What was your goal? Like, how'd you like find the server when you first started playing?
Well, it all went to when I was just sleeping, and then I woke up. I went on YouTube, just started looking around, saw Loverfella, started watching some
Ooh,
videos,
big old
and I noticed
Loversmella.
I got a PC recently. So I got Minecraft and went on the server.
When was
So you found out
this?
through YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm. See, I found
Yep.
it through TikTok. That's how I found the Loverfella server. It was because I was watching like a TikTok. His
I didn't
TikTok used
even
to like be like how he got most of his people, if
I
you
didn't
remember
even know about
correctly.
TikTok till like 2 years
No?
ago.
Well, it was 2 years. I guess it was after or before you joined. I saw the TikToks. That's crazy. TikTok's been out for longer than we think. We still kind of consider it a new app, but it's been 3, 4 years now,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah.
crazy to me. It's crazy to think like, hey, we perceive this as something new, but it's not anymore. These trends are old. It's basically going to reach Vine status within the next 5 years. And there's like a lot of TikToks that are just going to be like Vines eventually. But I still think like the Vine age was better. And like, I guess we can relate that back to the server because like we always perceive the older thing as better, right? Because like a lot of people, and I don't know, collect. So I don't know about you, but like I always think season 3 was the best and it was the most
Yeah,
fun.
I
And
agree.
do you think that way too?
Yeah.
But like there's more updates now. More
Mm-hmm.
there's more stuff to do now on the server and it's a lot more fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier to make money now than before. But for some reason we perceive the older times as something better, which is really interesting. So then I'm gonna push this onto a question for you, Shade. Do you believe season 4 or 5 is better? Which one do you think's better?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Currently, with the items, Season 4 was the best for skin dexes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Just by
But
skin dexes.
yup.
Yeah, but nothing else. You're not gonna like no only based on skin dexes. So like as an overall better thing, what's the better server overall?
Well, we're just gonna say season 4 because there's less fighting about PvP, so it was all
Mm.
good.
You're a PvP guy?
Yeah.
What's your KD on the Loverfella server? Do you know?
Well, I know I have about 485 kills with 300, no, just 35 deaths.
35 deaths.
Mm.
Tell okay. So I know you have a story about your deaths as of recent. So just enlighten us all. What's your story about your deaths?
So Loverfella, he was acting like he got hacked by Huggy Wuggy, I think it was, and I was in spawn, and he decided to do slash kill in me. So I reported it and got my deaths taken down by one.
Was it worth it?
Oh yes, it was 100% worth it.
I don't. I didn't. When you were making that ticket, I didn't think you'd be able to get that actually gone through. But I mean, good for you for getting it. And
Well,
then, do you have any band stories?
oh, so I actually recently got banned for making my hit button a certain key, so it would constantly hit until it was released.
So you
Decided to
waited
put
that key, like you
yes,
put
I
like
did.
a weight down on
Yup,
your keyboard.
I put a
Gotcha.
heavy item on that key, and then I left.
How long did it take you to get banned?
Oh, it took about 50 minutes
50
without
minutes.
detection.
Ooh.
Pretty sure someone reported me.
Mm. You think you got reported instead of getting like found out?
Yes, I don't think I got. It wasn't clicking, so it couldn't be found out for auto clicking.
Mm. Interesting. So, any other band stories? You know, you've been playing for a year and a half. Never been banned besides that.
Well, there was one time in season 4, me and this guy got in a fight about a private magma grinder that I was using. And
Mm-hmm.
well, it actually had no hoppers. That was my main way of making money. So then we got in an argument, and then I was cussing at him. Yep,
In the server,
yep.
just
I
said the
got,
cuss words.
yep, I got a day ban.
What was the word that
Uh,
specifically started off?
just normal words, just the average swear words.
Mm. Only a day, so nothing extreme.
Mhm.
Um, do you think PvP is better? I guess you never had like the best PvP experience because like Loverfella used to be like, the best PvP server. It used to be so much fun for everyone. But do you prefer the season 4, season 5 PvP?
Season 5 because I actually have decent stuff in it.
Mm. So how do you make your money this season?
I either get my teammates to give it to me, or rarely carrot farm.
Rarely carrot farm. So you actually helped me and Calexo build our carrot farm. Do you remember that?
Oh, I do. It was a great experience, I could say.
It was certainly interesting. Built to 9 layers of a carrot farm, 8 by 8 chunks or 6 by 6. I don't remember, but something huge.
6 by 6.
6 by 6.
Hmm.
Ginormous though. Took a
And to
lot
be
of
honest,
time.
I don't think we built that
Some no ranks helped along the way.
Hmm.
along the way.
Now, Shade, what you've seen throughout the season, what would you say is like the best money making method that you know of?
Um, it would probably be what I've been recently doing is buying runes, maxing them, and then reselling them for a certain price of $750,000.
What runes?
Just normal purple runes, and if it's anything higher, we would go for like 1 mil 700.
Gotcha. So that's a decent amount of money for flips.
Not bad. It's about
Not
a
bad at all.
400k, 300k profit.
What's been your worst experience on the server so far?
Um, that'd have to be getting banned,
Just
or
recently?
or it could
Mm,
be when I didn't get Hall of Fame.
gotcha. Not like sat with you and stuck with you.
Yup.
That stinks.
Do you have any bad staff experiences with like senior moderators?
Uh, well, one time I asked for a certain thing and I got declined almost instantly. It was pretty sad.
What thing?
I asked for a Pops Art clearing a dupe stash video.
Oh, right. I forgot about this.
Oh,
Forgot. What a lovely video that is. Anyways, moving right along. I gotta ask you, what would be one thing you would change about the server to like that would make you play more than Skyblock? What can
Being able to
improve the server?
being able to
Sorry,
cuss.
being
cuss.
able to cuss. You think so? Do you think it would start like lose kind of like a certain feel to it if you could cuss in the server?
Well, kids nowadays they know every cuss word in the book, so it doesn't really matter.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I feel like Loverfella I know now it's too like
He's too kid friendly.
it's too kid friendly.
We
Yeah.
could definitely say that.
I think he wants to keep cuss words away from kids that play his server.
You want to make sure the kids are still coming in, you know?
Yeah.
Make sure the
Yup.
parents approve.
Mm-hmm.
Get nice and close.
Yeah, make sure they pay for more ranks.
Mm. What do you think is a reasonable price for liquor? What would you legitimately pay?
I would probably pay about $100, not 300.
$100. Yeah, I'd say about 100. That'd be fair. I'd say even less. I mean, I guess it depends. But more successful servers sell it for less, you know? It's very interesting. And
Mm-hmm.
also it does come with such a competitive boost. When
That's
you
true.
do you think having liquor is or the servers pay to win?
Well, not really. You only get a small like tax,
Yeah,
but what they should do, if they lowered it, more people would come in and buy ranks.
true. The high price does definitely like set people away, you know, make them scared. And also I agree with you. I don't believe the servers pay to win. A lot of people will take the opposite side and say it is. I think it's pretty fair because there's just so many opportunities. I mean, right now, you it's crazy. Each month you can get 490 L bucks
Yeah, with the daily
just by collecting your
rewards.
dailies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy. So many L bucks.
No,
It's
no,
not pay.
it's not pay to win anymore.
Yeah, I'd say they pretty
Yeah.
much found the balance between having like making money and also having a free to play server.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, the higher ranks, you're gonna have to grind a lot, but it's still doable. I did it. Colexel did it. Shade didn't do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not part of the free man's club. All right,
Would you
moving. No, please.
would you forgive me if I grinded enough to buy liquor this season?
Yeah, you should just get an alt and then grind it up to liquor, and then you're like forgiven. You can be part of
Yeah,
the cool. You
but
can be
then I'm
part of
still paying $35 for a rank.
why? Oh, well, you're not. You're paying. You can take that account anywhere,
Oh,
any
that's right.
server. You can use it.
Yeah.
So I'd say it'd be fair. It's a fair trade. All right, outside of Loverfella, let's discuss outside of the server. Talked about what there's to talk right now. Tell me, what's your besides Minecraft? What's your favorite game?
Hmm. If I were to think of that, that would probably have to be out of all the games I have on my PC, would be Bloons TD6.
CD6. You just got that the other day.
Well, I got it on my PC the other day. I had it on my phone for a while.
Sure. And I know many people might not even understand, but Bloons TD is just a tower defense game where monkeys pop balloons. It's actually really fun. Check it out. It's pretty cheap. Anyways, what is your favorite monkey on Bloons TD?
Ooh, I might get hated for this, but I'd have to say a super monkey.
That is a very normal or like a normie response.
Yeah,
Which version of the super monkey do you use?
Paragon. That'd have to be. No, the Dark Temple.
So you go to the pyramid route with like the top one. So
Yup.
502 or 520. Gotcha. Yeah, it's very strong, but I feel like it takes a while to get there. And it's I like the blasters one more. And then I think my favorite monkey is probably dang, it's really hard to say, but I really like the pirate ship. Pirate ship's one of my favorites.
Ooh.
Have you ever played Bloons TD, Colexo?
No, I never bought it.
No? Gotcha. What was your favorite mobile game growing up, Colexo?
It would probably have to be Subway Surfers, bro. I used to play that every day on my mom's iPhone.
That's so funny. What about you, Shade? What was your favorite mobile game when you were little?
Probably Geometry Dash or Clash of Clans.
Gotcha. Did either of you play Temple Run?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
played it a
Everyone,
few times.
everybody loved Temple Run when I was little. Jetpack Joyride also being really high up there. Do you ever see the ads? They're making a Jetpack Joyride too, and I'm just like, wow, what a society we live in.
Mhm. I've never seen an ad for it. I'm gonna be
Me
honest.
neither.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. What's your favorite show?
Ooh, I don't really watch any shows,
No? Do you watch
but
YouTube?
if I had to say it,
Mm,
it's your skin currently.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
There we go.
I love SpongeBob. I actually am SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
I'm a grumpy old squid.
Mm. What about you, Colexon?
I like the Patrick Star show. Patrick Star show.
Mm.
Gotta represent my culture.
Your culture, your people,
Yeah.
generations of families looked up to the Patrick Star Show.
There
Um,
a is there one for a Squidward or
no,
is
No,
that,
not yet.
oh, sad.
Might not never come.
might not never, might not never.
I'll be
Indeed.
crying.
So, Shay, tell me, give me some examples of what you do as a helper on Loverfella's server. Because we're gonna name this podcast something about you being a helper. You might as well talk a little more about it. What's like? Tell me about your experiences as a helper.
So normally you would get questioned by mainly new people, and they'd ask about how to claim stuff like that, how to sell, what to do to make money, and all that. But
Uh-huh.
normally, if you didn't know a question, you would go into the VC or the chat and you'd ask a mod. You'd have an SR mod that was technically the person you were meant to ask, but you could ask anyone.
Gotcha. I didn't know that. So there's like VCs that there's usually like a senior modern or something that you can just talk to them.
Well, there is a VC. Normally, people chill in it to just stream games. I was there with Exanto at one point.
Oh, so you get access to the staff channel or like the main staff channel?
Kind of, but normally you'd get a list at the start when you first start. You'd see who, like, technically you'd have to ask questions to. Like, I'm
Hmm,
pretty sure I had Jess.
sure.
Yep.
Did you ever end up asking Jess any questions?
Well, actually, no. I normally just ask the first person that chatted to me.
Gotcha. What's the most notable question that you had to ask because you didn't know?
Someone asked me how to burn a body.
Mm.
It was
Really?
it was pretty scary. I even got asked if he could sacrifice a helper.
Was he a sim?
I'm not sure. He kind of just wanted to sacrifice every helper.
Interesting.
I
Like in
declined because
game on
yep,
Minecraft?
yep. I declined because I wanted to keep my death slow.
So valid. Do you feel like your favorite part of the server is PvP?
Oh, not really. It would probably be building farms from Hypixel into Loverfella.
Right. So you're just like working on a project is mainly what you like to do.
Yep.
Gotcha. So next up, I gotta ask you back to Loverfella. Still continuing this conversation. What was your favorite build you've done throughout your time on Loverfella? I mean, a
True.
lot of people have favorite builds. You know me and my White House that I like to take around with me everywhere. Do you have a build like that?
I don't really have a build that I did, but I saw a build. His name was Robo, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and you just really liked it.
Yup.
Do you like use it often?
No, it was a 256 chunk by 256 chunk dome. I would never build
Jeez.
it.
And it was on the server?
Yeah, it was on a server.
Jesus. So yeah, a lot of time. It's crazy how much time people put into, this server. It's just really insane to me.
Yeah.
Like Maya Anastasia. I mean, most people know that name. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I feel like Maya, it might be. Anybody got another take on how that's said? Maya?
I'm pretty sure it's Maya Anastasia,
Yeah.
but
Maya Anastasia.
Mhm.
But it's spelled with MAI, which trips me up. Anyways, like everybody knows that name, notable name. It's like the top snack of future, like the cup of lemon from last season, just the richest person, everybody knows the name.
Yeah.
They spent so much time on the server. I'm using they them pronouns because I just don't know how they identify, but they just spent so much time on the server. It's insane to me. Like, what do you must sacrifice so much to like put in that much time into a server? Because like they have about 3 months of playtime. The server's been up for 6, 7 months,
Uh,
maybe
Close to 8.
maybe 8, close to 8. Yeah, close to 8.
Almost 9 actually.
Um,
it'd be about 8 months. They
yeah, it's
normally
about eight
start at the
months.
start of the
Getting pretty
year.
close to the end of the year, if I'll be honest.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's just
ready.
such a crazy amount of time that went into this server, and it's like, wow, are you okay? Do you need help? Is it like at what point did we decide that like video games can be a complete addiction, especially these like MMO-esque games where it's more community based? It's just so easy to fall into that trap of wanting to be the richest.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're trapped, like you need to play like the social games?
Yeah.
Normally, as soon as I woke up, I would hop on Loverfella to play, but
Yeah, I think it's just like a really weird thing to think about when you just take an introspective look at yourself and wonder, could you disconnect? Do you think, Shade, if I gave you $100, could you stop playing Minecraft for 2 months? 3 months?
probably it wouldn't be that hard.
You think so?
I would.
Would it be difficult?
No, I actually did it one time.
Yeah.
Really?
He did it.
Did you like take a bet and just be like, or without
No,
the bet?
I just didn't feel like getting on my PC.
So for 3 months, right? I remember that period of
Yeah.
time. Wow. Did you miss it?
Not really.
Would you do it again?
Yup.
Why not? Or like, why not right now?
I could do it right now.
Gonna quit being online for another 3 months?
Oh, 3 months. Oh, maybe not right now, actually.
Mm. And I think on that note, we had a decent talk throughout our Loversmella podcast today.
Yeah.
I'm very glad we could have an ex helper. The life of an ex helper, perhaps, will be the name on our show today. So thank you so much for joining us, Shade Ghost. It has been
You're
an
welcome.
absolute pleasure and an absolute honor to have you on our show. Klexel, do you have any final thoughts or statements?
Yeah, I would just like this. Yeah, I would appreciate you being here and taking your own time just to talk to us about your helper experience on the server that we all play on, that we all love.
Mm. All love with our dear, dear hearts.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching, Smella fam. We're out.